You already know how I feel about Russell. I felt this way when they first signed Russell to be a Laker, but he's not happy at all. Like you can see in this man's face, like if he doesn't get out of there, I feel like he's not gonna love the game of basketball anymore. That's what it looks like. But what else does that help too? No, because
so playing him helps us lose when he's not happy and not playing like Russell. But if we bench him, it don't help him either. So is it a lose-lose situation? What do we do?
Exactly. But we say him, we're gonna lose too. So it's not just him. He's not just the problem. You sit him, we're gonna lose. He's in, we're gonna lose. He's not just the problem.
And that's the thing. I don't know. If we sit him, do we lose?
Yes, because it's not just him.
Guaranteed? He's shooting
28% from. What is Nunn doing?
Say it again.
Nothing. What is Nunn doing?
I'm not saying he's doing. So have we seen it? I would bench Russ.
But the NBA is a full of bunch of shooters. Who's gonna shoot on that team?
All that Pat Bev talk, and Pat Bev ain't done as much as Russell either. Like the fact of the matter is, Russell came in there. He gave you what you know you're gonna get from him. He's not a shooter. He didn't say he was a shooter. He's a ball dominant point guard. And then you got LeBron on the team, who's also ball dominant, and you don't have shooters around them. The reason OKC was successful is because they had shooters.
So why is he shooting?
Because you're not giving him any choice. You're wanting him. So here's the thing: if he doesn't shoot, y'all gonna complain he's not shooting. It's a lose-lose situation. And if we want to look at that play, LeBron and AD was still walking up the court. How are you still walking up the court, bro? It's 102, 101. You trying to win the game? There's no sense of urgency from either one of them.
Well, we're up. There's 30 seconds left on the clock, and 18 seconds.
The fact of the matter is, it's still 102, 101. Portland then came back. Portland out here giving you the business, and you walking up court slowly. But then you're gonna look at him stupid when he comes up and takes
there's no rush with 30 seconds on the clock,
bro. Portland was running them.
Facts.
Portland was coming back and was running them. You have to.
So you run back and you go get an easy basket. Exactly. What do you mean?
But you couldn't. Why force it at 30 seconds?
He went up and got an easy bucket and he missed it. That's basically what it is.
But if LeBron or AD were up the court,
exactly. LeBron would have got the ball. If LeBron wanted the ball that bad, he should have ran it
earlier today. I don't know what's happening right now.
Because we're talking facts. We're not talking from emotions. Like that's really what it is. If LeBron wanted the ball, he should have brought the ball up. You the superstar. Do what
trust the former MVP.
But you know what's weird about that game is they showed Russ's miss, they showed AD's miss, but we're not talking about LeBron's air ball in the first quarter when he could have passed it up.
Or the easy drive to the basket
left. Or the easy drive to the basket that could have won the game.
Nobody is here saying it is all Russ's fault.
Big dog.
Everybody is blaming Russ.
I'm not. LeBron, I'm not. So we're not gonna make me be everybody. I'm not blaming Russ. What I'm doing is saying in that moment, a former MVP and focal point and superstar in this league does not take that shot. It don't make no sense.
Okay,
like whatsoever.
So
bring the ball out. He could have dribbled at the 3-point line. Like that.
So but we know that's not what he's going to do, especially when they're going.
That's basketball IQ.
My question is, hold on, you don't talk about basketball IQ. Basketball IQ is if you built like Lawrence Taylor, there's no way you should have trouble backing down Damian Lillard. Drive it in, punch it in, win the game. He didn't do that. But instead, we're talking about Russell Westbrook.
We're saying the same exact thing 4 different ways.
No, we're not.
Yes, we are. You want to complain about LeBron, and Russ is the problem too.
Your focus is on Russell when it should be on the last point of
I'm not talking with 31, 10, and 8, and then 22, 10, and 6 from AD and LeBron.
It don't matter if they lost.
He's shooting 28%, 8%.
It don't matter if they lost.
Why is he not? What is this love for Russell Westbrook?
If they lost, it's not a love for Russell Westbrook.
Man.
It's not a love for Russell. It's not. It's just a problem that he's.
I'm not giving that man no slack. Sit him. You want to be here? You sad? You talk about the trade rumors? Go sit on the end of the bench. If you want to be moody, go. We paying you $47 million a year. You ain't got no reason to be soaking on the bench.
I watched the Hallmark Channel, so y'all wouldn't rush up my blood pressure, and then you come on the show with this nonsense,
bro. $47 million a year, former MVP, superstar, and you moping on the end of the bench because he bit. Man, come on, bro.
Okay. So let's be honest. Y'all traded for him. So I don't want to hear nothing about the $47 million.
Hold
up. Wait a minute. You went on your tangent. Y'all traded for him. So I don't want to hear nothing about the $47 million. That's that man money. Get out that man pockets. The fact is, Russell Westbrook still comes in there and gives you 19, 8, and 8 a game. Granted, he's not playing the way he should, but his love for the game is not there because the entire city, the fan base, and his teammates are trashing him. Now, when Ben Simmons went through all this, you was all, oh, Ben is still this, Ben is still that. Well, let me tell you something. Russell Westbrook is an MVP, a former MVP, and one of the only men in this league who can average a triple-double for the entire year. Y'all are literally counting on him. I'm not saying he's not blameless. What I'm saying is y'all need to pass that blame around a little bit more.
A lot of people.
Bro, the blame is everywhere.
But the blame is not going everywhere.
But when we're talking about the blame, it's Russ. It's
exactly
Russ. It's Russ. It's nothing else. When the blame should be across the entire team, starting with Rob.
Oh, Rob gotta go.
He got to go.
Yeah,
you assembled this roster.
That hat got
it's time to go, and then you wanna. And then bro said he wants to go get Terry Rozier.
For what?
For who?
We got 4 point guards. We good.
Why she says name like
that? Because what is that? No, Rob, you gotta go. Pack your bags because you're doing something you ain't working.
He said he wanted Josh. She said he wanted Josh Richardson too. I can tell you from Philly, Josh Richardson ain't gonna work out either.
I don't know. Now this quote you have from earlier from Kevin O'Connor: Russell Westbrook is a washed-up bricklayer who needs to be traded immediately after the Los Angeles Lakers have any chance of saving their season. Now that's too much.
But that's the sentiment that everybody's giving. When people talk about the Lakers, they're not talking about everybody. They're not talking about Pelinka. They're bringing up Russ. Russell Westbrook is not causing that team to be complete trash by himself.
I know, but I just feel like on this show, you guys are coming on with this energy like I'm those people. You only blaming Russ. No, I'm just saying.
I mean, you kind of tippy-toeing around it until C went in and gave you the work, and you started backpedaling like Dion.
Listen, okay, let's get this on air. Everybody is to blame. Mm-hmm. Russell, to me, is a big part of it because we went to go get him. AD, LeBron, y'all got to own this because y'all could have got DeMar DeRozan, y'all could have got Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, and you said no. Pelinka, I want Russell Westbrook. Y'all went and got him. The experiment didn't work in year one, and y'all trying it again this season. Let that man go be himself in some other city and be amazing. He was great in OKC because he was the focal point, averaging triple-double 3 years. Just let him.
No one's gonna want him now. Yeah, the better off.
You talk talking about him. They're just gonna release him after the end of the season.
If I make you a plate of food and it's a big plate of food and you tell me the plate of food is disgusting, try to hand this off to somebody else, they're not going to eat it.
Oh, but Utah's trying to eat it. That's what I'm saying to you.
Utah's trying to eat it because they trying to eat Victor.
They trying to get your boy and take him to Victor later on. Ulysses, what up, my boy? That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, my boy. At the end of the day, Russell, to me, this is how we fix this situation. If it was to be fixable at all, Russell needs to stop shooting and be who he is. Go to the basket, shoot a lot of free throws. I'm okay with that, Russell. I can live with that, Russell. But I can't live with Russell popping threes and I can't live with that, Russell. I can live with Russell driving and give me 110% at the basket.
You want an unpopular opinion? And I'm willing to die on this hill. I don't even care.
Just
probably be the clip for this week.
Talk to me.
You want the Lakers to be successful? Package AD with Russell.
What? Package AD with Russell. That ain't unpopular. I've been saying that for weeks.
I'm just being honest. You
figure it out. Yeah, I'm not mad at
AD with Russell. There's going to be a team that's going to want to bite that. You can get at least one superstar, maybe 2 or 3 really good role players, and maybe some draft picks because you're going to have to trade Russell off too. Trade AD. Rebuild around LeBron while you still got that man in his prime. Facts. Rebuild that team. Stop playing around with this Austin Reeves nonsense. I don't want to hear about Austin Reeves. I want to hear about Kendrick Nunn. Like, stop it.
That boy's solid.
Stop it.
25 for 118 from 3. Russ is not doing that by himself.
Talk the voice, man. Talk about something that matters. Here you go. He's a Boston fan. Of course. Like Golden State, the Celtics, etc. Nobody wants to hear about how bad
the Voice got to see me tomorrow on the main card, so we're not paying attention
for the
to
past
the
2 years. Look at this.
We're not paying attention to the Voice.
Voice is easy. It's easy to talk when your team is what it is right now. It's easy to talk.
But
I guarantee that
you St. Louis Cardinals ain't. Hey, Philly fan, what's happening? Well, I'm still.
So what's up? The 76ers 0-2. We have Russ. While we 3, where's their? They're 0-3 actually. Ulysses, just
look at you, Ulysses. You can't even count trying to come from my Sixers, and we
not
even worried about it right now.
0-3, just like us, my boy.
Because the sports guy is sacrificing the Sixers so the Phillies can win the World Series, and then Embiid gonna go in his 20-30 game.
Voice, I agree, bro.
If we want to keep it a buck,
I agree.
If we want to keep it a buck, let's be honest. Embiid is trash. As everybody's saying, but he's averaging 27, 13, and 3 in a block and a half a game as trash.
I just think he's hesitant. I don't.
Let me get this. Hold on.
He started the season injured.
Before you keep going, because I want to understand. You've been saying trash for about, to me personally, our conversations off air for probably like 4 weeks, probably a month now.
You want to know what trash means?
Matter of fact, as of today, we were just saying that.
You want to know what trash means?
Is it key components of the game? Because what I just heard you say about Joel is the same conversation we had about AD. He's averaging 24, 8-3, 2.5 blocks, 2.5 steals in those 3 games, and you called him trash. Joel, 27, 13, and 2 blocks, you said, or 1.5?
1.5.
1.5, and you said it's trash in that. I just want to
I didn't say it was trash.
From Will.
I didn't say it was trash. People are saying Joel Embiid is playing like trash.
You
have to remember, Joel got like plantar fasciitis or something like that. He came into it with the season. But we go as a Sixer fan, throughout at the beginning of the season, we're gonna start slow. That's literally who we are.
27 and 13. I'm excited about that.
I just think he's hesitant. I just feel like he's. And I don't know, is it because Harden is controlling the ball more? But I don't know. I just feel like Embiid is playing not like Embiid.
Our issues right now is Joel. Right. Joel has to get back into game shape.
Stop cussing on my show, Ulysses.
James is playing great. But this is the first time that we've had James completely healthy. So they've got to get to that happy medium. James can't be dribbling as much, and they can't be standing around.
Facts.
But the big fact is Doc Rivers. You got Matisse Thybulle.
Talk about it.
You got Matisse Thybulle, who is your best perimeter defender and improved 3-point shooter, and you've only played him 5 minutes in 3 games. You have a bench full of 3 and D players, and you ain't playing them. No disrespect to Montrezl Harrell, because it's exactly what I told y'all was going to happen. Montrezl Harrell is not the best fit to be playing behind Joel. Because Doc, when he played with Doc in LA, when he got that time, his Doc's teams weren't good. Like right now, that's really what it is. I've defended Doc for years, yo.
You sure have. When you first came on the,
you definitely did, my good sir.
94. You
definitely did, my. Hey, Doc isn't bad.
Because the thing is, Doc is not a bad coach, but when you look at coaches, when you look at other coaches, he does not make adjustments
at all. Never. And that's
I said I was struggling. I said I was struggling with the word. Let me tell you something. Voice has me on main card every Tuesday saying these Eastern European people's names. And I'm from North Philly, dog. How about talk is how I talk? I don't even care about what you're talking about.
The butcher of Broad Street's in the house.
He got planted fetuses.
The next comment spicy.
Tell me how you feel about that comment, Will.
Do I have no chance? Talent wise, we can do it, but adjustment wise, I don't see it. I personally think
watch Doc not make adjustments. Anybody remember Clippers versus Nuggets in the bubble?
I personally think I feel like Doc is probably going to be gone by mid-season, and that's with us having a good record. That's with us having a good record. I feel like Doc is going.
You came in for a hot take. I feel like you see
that's definitely a hot take. What?
You seen that meme from Weezy? Ooh,
I'm just being honest because we're gonna be good, but we're gonna lose to like some trash team. And Daryl Morey gonna be like
Orlando, because right now they're
not the 76ers.
Daryl Morey gonna be like, this guy's
by the trade deadline.
I think so. I don't see it. I just don't see it. But I don't see us being a bad team. But I feel like because we probably won't be exactly where we should be.
Yeah.
I feel like it's gonna happen. And folks in Philly calling for this.
For Doc to be fired.
For Doc to be fired. Like people want Sam Cassell or Dave Jorgensen, I think.
To be honest with you, I'm not sure how Doc has a job right now.
Me neither.
And this is really is when you talk about the epitome of resting on your laurels, he has rested on his laurels for years. And that was that 2008 NBA championship.
Yep.
You had Rondo, Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kendrick Perkins. Like you had a nice squad, right?
But he has that now, though.
He's always has a job the same way Tom Thibodeau has a job, the same way Rick Adelman gets a job because it's their name and nothing else.
This is what I'm saying to you. Doc should have maybe 3 or 4 rings right now. Tell me. Now remember, you went in 08. You go back in 09. Kobe was just too motivated. It wasn't happening. 2010, you get beat up by LeBron. LeBron ends up losing to Orlando. So we don't get the LeBron versus Kobe in 2010. Since then, you go over to Los Angeles Clippers. You get Kobe. Matter of fact, with that first team with Lob City, like that's a you should look.
Lob City was nice, but they wasn't.
The Lakers was down bad, my boy. You should be able to do something.
You were not.
They were not. So you don't think they were championship
contenders?
Not
winning the championship with Blake Griffin. I'm sorry,
bro. You at least got to get to the finals. Got to,
bro. No, you don't.
Because the West.
Because the best person on the team,
they had everybody.
The best person on the team was still Chris Paul.
I give you that, but they had everybody.
I don't care.
And then you get Kawhi and Paul George in the same squad that you basically went to the owner and said, "Hey, look, don't look at OKC like you trading all these picks. You trading all these for PG. You trading it for PG and Kawhi. You get them."
Not to defend Doc,
but you are.
Let's not act like Paul George was just playing like Paul George should have been playing.
Oh, I'm not saying no.
Let's keep it above.
He was definitely injury prone.
Yeah. But let me take you back to remember the Titans. Attitude reflect leadership, Captain. Let go, man. What you doing, bro? What you doing, Doc? You got two of the best wing defenders. You got the two best. If we're gonna be honest, the two best two-way players in the league on the same team, and you couldn't figure it out.
Can I ask a question? How do you have all this energy for everybody else but Rob Pelinka?
No.
I came over to it. Our conversation.
He's coming to terms with the fact that Rob P gotta go.
I wasn't connecting with.
Okay. I wasn't throwing shade. I just wanted.
We are there now. When we had our conversation, I looked at 2020. I appreciated it, and then since then, you opened my eyes to some things. You do that sometimes. I'll never tell you, but you do that sometimes.
Your mom said you too impressionable. If you allow me to do this to you, but then again, like I'm technically.
He said some real things to me in that hour conversation we had. This impromptu hour conversation.
By the state of Pennsylvania, I'm a certified genius, and in my former days, I hustled a little bit, so my smarts is like that. You know what I'm saying? But I think Doc has to go in order for them to be successful because Doc is like that old dude that got that old Buick, but he don't want to let it go. Like you got to let these stars go, big dog. Like that's why Ty Lue is. That's why Ty Lue is so great. Basically, let Joel kill him. Like they're just not doing what they need to be doing.
Look at this one though. Check this one out. How you feel about that?
No.
Who's leading your B unit?
Well, the way that they play, actually, Harris ends up leading the B unit when people come out, and then it's Maxey. Like they'll have two stars on the court together at all times, no matter what. So
I like, but
on how they play.
What I like though, I like Maxey, and I I don't dislike Tobias. I dislike the money he got, but I'm not gonna be in nobody's pockets. Get your money, bro.
Yeah,
he just has not played to
get that
contract. You know what I mean?
But you got to remember too, that was the old regime. He never would have got that money if the old regime would have been there because we'd have kept Jimmy, and they panicked.
That's what I thought. That's what I kind of figured. You lose Jimmy, and you're like, I can't lose Tobias too.
Yep.
So let me go ahead and give him this money.
And the reason it's happened is because they didn't re-sign JJ like they should have, and they didn't give Jimmy the money that they should have gave him. So then Jimmy ended up walking. When Jimmy ended up walking, they decided not to re-sign JJ. And then it was like Tobias had like 3 other suitors who were throwing money at him. So like you can't lose everybody, even though that people. That's why I said like Joel. Like you have to look at it like Joel's never had consistency. He's never had all that around him until Daryl Morey has gotten there. Man, you know what I'm saying? Our GM before, Colangelo, was trash. Like he was basically Rob Pelinka. You know what I'm saying?
Robbie.
That's what we did on Robbie. So,
all right. So let's move into it. Give me your biggest surprises from week 1. Give me 2 of them where you say I just didn't see this coming. Hold on, let me see. Before we move on, let's make sure Ulysses get his last comment in. I think Harris needs to come off the bench and play for a 6th man of the year.
I like it.
I don't know, but it would be different in bringing somebody like Tobias off to lead that unit. Like you said, he kind of ends up doing it anyway, but I don't know if you take him off that starter because of that pieces. I mean, when you try to, and this is from a coaching aspect, like you look at the starting 5 and you try to say your 6, who's my 6 or 7, right? To come off the bench and kind of get me a spark. Tobias could be that. I want to have Maxey in the game because I like him next to James. And Joel obviously is a potential MVP, so he has to be on the floor. So I don't know.
Well, here's one thing to take into account when you talk about it.
Yeah,
they were Maxey, Harris, and B and Harden were like the number 3 starting lineup of efficiency and scoring last year. So Tobias Harris is not bad. Tobias is used as a scapegoat because of the money he got. But to me, he was like the MVP of the playoffs last year.
Maxey?
He defended Harris. He defended the best player. He was taking the shots when the shots had to be taken. And whether people like it or not, he a walking mid-range bucket. You know what I'm saying? It's just inserting him into the offense.
Dude, nice. I'll give him that. I think anybody would take him. Like anybody would appreciate Tobias Harris on their team. That's definitely fact. So let's see this. So give me your 2 biggest. What's the 2 biggest surprises? See, I'm gonna start with you. I want to hear what you got to say, boo.
All right, so I was not expecting Portland at all to have a 3-0 start.
Facts.
You see that will that Damian has to win the game? That, when he Dame time and he, puts his
give me the ball
on his back.
Move.
Yes.
Can I say something real quick? Because I know this really pees you off. I think there was enough time. Catch the ball. I'm talking Lakers Blazers. I think there was enough time. It was like 4.5 seconds, I believe it was, to catch, go off left shoulder, and go get a bucket at the rim. I feel he really. I want to just go. That turnaround fade, I was like, bro.
That's exactly what I wanted to do.
Come on, bro. He's like 6'3". You got 6 inches on my man, and you did a turnaround fade. Like, I know that's your shot. I appreciate that, but I feel like you could have got a better one. What we always tell our kids when we play is don't go for a good shot. I need the best shot. I just don't feel like that.
Like I know what Dame does and what how he can shoot the ball and score, but I just didn't think they was gonna get. I thought they were gonna come around to winning some games, not actually winning the first 3. And I'm gonna be honest, I did not expect Boston to play with this chip on their shoulder.
Boston is looking
with
really good.
Everything that with everything going on before the season started, we all were like, we don't know how they're gonna come out and play. Can Joe live up to the hype? You know what I'm saying?
I hope Derek and the Voice never see this.
So, those are my two that I would say I knew, yes, they were in the finals last year, but just come into play, especially Jason. Jason is like, you know what? I'm sick of it.
And Robert Williams not even out there yet. You forget about that. My man.
Brogdon and White.
Great pickups. I mean, Derek
White had a great game last
Malcolm
game.
Brogdon.
He's solid off the bench. What? Pickup. So those would be my two for the.
He still stole Rookie of the Year, so I don't care nothing about.
Give me that. It's okay, bro. It's okay. Give me your two biggest surprises.
The Utah Jazz going 3-0.
76ers.
The Utah, well, that wasn't a surprise. I already knew that, man.
0-3?
I didn't think they would be 0-3, but I knew that we was gonna come out struggling when they said that Joel hadn't been able to condition because of his injury. I knew we were gonna start out slow, but it's not gonna stay that way, and I'll stand on that. The Jazz going 3-0.
The young bull is out here, dog.
Because Colin Sexton playing like he playing for a new contract.
Yeah.
And John Wall
still here. Jesus. Yeah, you heard me say it. Shut up.
Oh, see that happy basketball. He looks so good on that court. Yeah. Oh my,
I'm gonna wash my mouth out with soap because I said it.
John Wall looks amazing.
He looks like John Wall.
Yes.
That's scary, bro.
Do you see what happens when you're playing happy basketball?
Exactly. Because when John Wall and Russell Westbrook are literally Spider-Man looking at Spider-Man. So
I'm not doing this with you, see?
Look at Zion. He's happy. Look how he's playing.
Don't say Zion, because you say Zion, you already know who's going to be in the comments. So it's like a bad signal. He probably watching right now. Candyman. He probably watching right now.
Zion.
But no, I think John Wall looks amazing. It like she said, it's great to see, especially like the story he's told. You know what I'm saying? All the loss he's taken and suffering from depression. Like, you know what I'm saying? I've been open about my battles with depression, so I love to see somebody come back and be able to win after, you know what I'm saying, fighting those demons. I think that's amazing.
Big facts.
He playing basically for the best team in the Western Conference, not named Golden State.
Oh, yes, this is a fact. And I said this when we were ranking our teams last week. I think the Clippers have the chance to be the best team in the league. And
when I was watching them,
and
every substitution they was making, shooting from this arc, I'm like, you know what? I'm done. Thanks, Ty. Thanks, Ty. You're supposed to be our coach, okay?
Facts. This is a true statement. This is a true statement.
He was supposed to be the Sixers coach.
Yeah,
had the job, bro.
How'd that happen?
You know the mouth. That's what it is.
I didn't know he had the job.
He had the job. He did the interview, and then Doc became free, and Daryl Morey jumped on it because Daryl Morey wanted Doc at in Houston at one point.
Boo.
And he has a relationship with Elton Brand, who Elton needs to go to. If I'm being honest, I don't. I mean, I like Elton, but if you're not even strong enough to be able to make decisions basketball wise, and you have to defer to someone else, it's just not going to work because nobody's really going to respect it. So, yeah,
that was dumb. If he had a job, that was dumb.
Yeah, I think part of those surprises and takeaways. Obviously, I didn't expect us to be good. I didn't expect us to lose in the fashion that we're losing. These close, I feel as if like Golden State, I just knew that wasn't happening. I wouldn't even. You got ring night. Curry was on. I'll take that L, right? I think we could have a chance to beat the Clippers, and I think we definitely had a chance to beat Portland. But
definitely had a chance. No, we were winning, and then we blew it.
Portland, that's what I'm saying. Until you know what, I didn't get to that shot. So I just really think. Utah being 3-0, Portland being 3-0. We talked about Boston. What about Ja?
Ja's doing what we know.
I knew he was going to be good, but he's playing like I'm trying to kill everybody.
But Ja's doing what we know Ja can do, and what Ja's going to do.
That dunk where he switched it to the left hand and dunk. Oh my!
But 49? No, I don't.
I really thought he was gonna get the 50 piece. I really.
Bro, this is what I feel like. You remember that? You remember that verse from Kendrick Lamar when he went at everybody and he was like, "I'm trying to like he named everybody."
Yeah.
And was like, "Yo, I'm trying to murder y'all. Like, make sure your core fans never heard of you." Like, I was like, I feel like that's Ja's mentality right now. Like, it's Memphis versus everybody, and whoever comes over here or plays against us, I'm trying to put you on a poster. Now, I do say in the first 3 games I have seen Ja play, it's more refined. It's not the loose. It's not the. I'm not gonna say loosey goosey. That sounds so weird. I don't feel like it's just a loose, like wild play basketball that he's doing, and he's picking his spots. He's finishing. He's getting to where he wants, and that's where you see the maturity of an NBA player. When it's not, I'm just going to shoot when I'm open. I want to get to what I respected about Kobe was so much is that he knew where to get to because he practiced that shot 1,000 times. If I get over right here off my left shoulder, like it's going in. And I appreciate that about what Ja's doing. So I was very surprised at the jump to me that Ja has made over the offseason in terms of his mentality. Mentality is the same, but the way he's picking his spots, I didn't see that jump that's so soon in the offseason. So I'm just like, Ja, I see you, dog.
I like Brandon. I'm mad he's out, I believe, with concussion protocols, but
Brandon Clark?
No, Ingram.
Oh, Brandon Ingram, my bad.
Yes.
Brandon Ingram. Brandon's
a killer.
When you have a team that you like,
yeah,
you're comfortable, and where you like, I'm gonna refer to what Klay said in his interview, where you just want to get nothing but buckets.
Why you keep saying
and play basketball? Yeah.
Your team when you're happy.
Because I'm gonna go back to what your Las Vegas Aces Becky Hammond coach said, when you're happy, you play happy, and when you play happy, you win.
So just say you want to be traded. Just say trade me, bro. Because we all know what you're referring to every time you say when you play happy. Just trade him.
It bothers me because I love basketball. So to see a former MVP go out there, this man said he had a solid night shooting 2 for 20.
Yeah, he did.
Yo, when she sent me the Instagram,
bro, like that is not happy. What are you talking about?
Which one are you talking? Oh, you talking about the 0 for 11?
Yes,
he went 0 for 11. He was like solid. On to the
so
next.
When we're not in the playoffs, I had a solid season. No, you did not. So if he can talk about basketball saying that's a solid season, that's not no.
What about? I mean, when you talk about shooting woes, bro, like this is the epitome of shooting. We're the last place team in 3-point percentage, and I saw AD hit the side of the backboard. I saw it.
25 for 118.
I saw Nurkic watch AD get the ball, and he said,
"Bruh, he Ben Simmonsing, bro.
What is this? What is going on?
He flagged
it. My man has been solid." And he was like, "Bro, what just happened? AD, you're not getting respect. Go dunk on that man right now. Like he needs to be a poster. Well, look what he just did to you, bro." What is happening in the chat? Hold on.
Exactly. This is why I'm saying what is going on here. Like, what is going on?
For those who cannot see, we are getting unsolicited chat comments.
I'm not even going to look.
I don't even want to read her name. I'm straight. I'm good. Or that bot's name. You know what I mean? My private photo is here. What's happening right now? Oh my Lord. Somebody trying to get at you.
So I just want him to.
You must have saw a post about me watching the Hallmark Channel.
I just want him to be happy playing basketball, even like it's
whatever that
sad.
Means. And whatever that means. So
if you gotta if you gotta pull a Draymond and Poole, do what you gotta do.
Just square up, dog. Hey, bro. Hey, bro.
Like if there's some tension,
let's just do
cameras
it.
are off. Lawyers, you gotta shut off your cameras. No selling stuff. If you gotta, Rob might need to come down in this bro because he might need to get jumped for a little bit by everyone in there.
You see the pic where what's my man's name? Oh, I just had it. The point guard we just got back. Oh, Schroeder. You see the pic where he was in street clothes and he had his arm around him like, bro. Did you see that pic? Bro.
Pat need to stay off Twitter.
It looked like he just got dumped. And he was like, bro, she ain't even worth it, dog. That's what it felt like.
It's just like
y'all just gave Pelinka an extension.
Bro, no, he's not getting no extension.
You already got it.
Y'all just gave him one.
Russ has to go. You got a 4-year extension.
Cease and desist that extension.
So Russ got to go because he's not happy because I'm not going to everyone to blame for LA. But he's not. This is my.
I'm not going to lie, yo. I would actually love to see Russ in Indiana. Only because a backcourt with him and Tyrese Halliburton would not be bad, yo. That's definitely solid. Even if you trade Buddy, Indiana still got other shooters around them.
Facts.
Like I could see.
I think it's Indiana. It's got to be Indiana or Utah. It's got to be.
Bro, don't trade that man to Utah, bro, because Danny Ainge ain't gonna do nothing but get that man contract and then just let it go.
Nah,
he's coming back. If he go to Utah in the same conference, he's coming back.
No, I'm talking about Ulysses comment. I'm sorry, bro. You gotta change your percentages up, bit dog. He said, "I say deserve 25%." Nah, Rob.
Well, I think Rob deserves more blame, but
facts.
I would probably give them all 25%.
They all in it together.
Because you're not signing. I don't care what nobody say. You're not signing off on no trades unless LeBron James is for it.
And he nixed it.
And you're not signing off on no signings unless he
nixed DeMar. He nixed Buddy Hill. I want Russell.
This is why they need a Ty Lue, because Ty Lue will tell Bron, "Shut up. I'm the coach."
But that's what LeBron need. Like
exactly.
LeBron ain't never had that. I mean, besides with Ty, but no, he's never had that. Like when we talk about MJ, Phil was like, "Look. Them first 3 quarters, you better play this offensive scheme.
You had it with
fourth quarter, go be you. But them first 3 quarters, stop playing, dog. Say it again.
He had it with Spoelstra. That's the reason why he left.
Speaking of Spoelstra,
but I think he had it with Spoelstra, but he wanted Spoelstra to have the resume.
The Heat. If I was not a native of Philadelphia, the Heat would be my favorite team.
Okay. I like them. I like the mentality, bro.
I love the Heat culture.
Yeah,
I'm a big Jimmy fan. And I think Eric Spoelstra is just like Eric Spoelstra is what Pat Riley was in New York.
Solid.
Like he's got that mentality.
I'm not mad.
He's like, I don't care about nothing you talking about. You see him like go at it with players and they still get the job done. I think the Heat are remarkable. Like
I love you, Donis.
Can I tell you a secret? So my mom went to Miami for the weekend. And she went to the game. I forget who they played. Friday. But she called me. It was either Friday or Saturday. She called me. She said, "Oh my gosh, this game in Serena is amazing." I said, "Hey, look, don't come back here without nothing. Like I need some Heat gear, bro. Don't like just out of respect, you know what I mean?" I said, let it be a fitted. I don't care. Give me a dad hat. It ain't got to be a jersey. Just give me something. And she FaceTimed me in the team store. I want that. Give me that right there. So I think when you look at a team like that who consist and you get the mentality, like Jimmy embodies what the mentality of the Miami Heat. You saw it in Philly, you saw it in Minnesota, you saw it in Chicago. Like I love Jimmy and I love what they got going on. Tyler Hero, the way he's playing these first 3 games. Look. I'm not, and that's not even a surprise because we expected that. When they got fully healthy, you know what surprised to me? Kyle Lowry.
I still don't feel like they got that coming out right now.
Hey, do it again, see?
I don't think they got. They're balling, but that dog's not coming out yet. And that's when I like.
We be a championship team.
That's when I like Miami. They be running over and just. Going through people like dogs.
I'm not mad at it. So we've talked about it throughout the course of the show, and we've talked about the Klay interview. Watching Klay on All the Smoke, it just felt free on his boat with his feet out. You know what I mean? Like, come, y'all want to interview me? Come here. Let's just chill and relax. Even in all his honesty, he still feels like, to me, like, you know, that chill guy that seems like he could go crazy at any moment. Like, that's how I felt throughout that interview. Like, Klay was like, man, that was crazy, bro. Like, I remember him talking about the first finals run. I'm like, that was dope. Because you see, he was like, when did you like, what was your first impression of Draymond? He was like, I fell in love with him. Like, he was talking smack with the big dogs, ain't really made no money yet, and he up here gambling like he one of us. Like, I was like, I appreciated that. You know what I mean? Like, what was your biggest takeaway from watching Klay just be comfortable and vulnerable after you said it was 941 days, right? See, of not playing basketball. That's a long time, bro.
He was humble
to not do what you love. You know, what does that see? Go ahead and start with you. What does that look like? How do you feel about that?
He was humble. He did everything he had to do just to pick up a basketball. Like, not even to win a championship, not even to come back and have this great season, but just to be able to play basketball. And like, the way he spoke about everybody, he was real, he was honest, he wasn't disrespectful. He didn't downplay anybody's game. His basketball IQ, the love of the basketball, the way he studies the game of basketball, it was amazing to see.
Yeah, definitely. What you got, Will?
I think after 4 championships, to see him still as hungry as he was in the beginning was great.
Kind of pisses me off.
Right? I want to be an all-star again.
Wait, you have 4 rings and you're still. Hey man, sit down.
Yeah, like you're like literally basically the second greatest shooter like of all time by many people's accounts.
I'm not even mad at that, bro.
You still like, not only you still hungry, but like she said, he's a student of the game. Like, he talked about like his biggest regrets, like what happened here. Like, he talked about KD in such a glowing fashion, even talking about Draymond and the Draymond situation in the best fashion. Like, Klay is literally probably the epitome of a teammate. He was even honest about like Steph, and he was like, you know, Steph was on SI, and he was like, man, I'm gonna be on SI. Like, Klay is like, he's just honest, like that, bro. Super unselfish player who just doesn't care. He just wants the ball and win. And like, that's why like I'm not as bothered by the Draymond situation, because I'm like, yo, that's Golden State's like MO. That's what they do.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, like, they're probably gonna come out of this, in my mind, they're probably gonna win another championship this year. Like, that's who they are. And it starts with the ownership, starts with everybody else.
The way he spoke about the ownership. And
can we speak up just, and I've kind of shied away from this, right? Because I've thoroughly enjoyed watching that team do what they do. And I do believe that LeBron is one of the greatest leaders ever in basketball, like basketball minds. But when I think of Steph Curry, like, to welcome KD to a team that you were the star of, who you know is a better player than you, even as the greatest shooter ever, he's just. When I think of leaders and how to lead a team, Steph is the epitome of that, right? When you look at what he's done, four chips in 8 years, allowing KD to come on there like, bro, come, and then allowing KD to be who he is, right? And then in those 3 years without getting anything, like, let's be honest here. Let's say KD stays, right? We know what that possibly could be. What happens if Klay doesn't get injured and Steph doesn't get injured? In these 3 years that they miss, they could have had a better 6-year run than MJ. If we're honest,
they shut the lead down.
You see what I mean? Like, when you talk about 3 years, they weren't losing. Like, they couldn't compete. That makes, like, it wasn't like they were going out there and getting beat. We didn't have our full team, so y'all can have it this year. Like, and for me, when I watch Steph and what he's able to do on the court, how he leads his team and he empowers everybody to be themselves, like, I love that. And what Steph has done for a culture who initially didn't want him, right? You remember the backlash that Golden State got when they traded Monte Ellis? Like, they was like, bro, what are we doing for the dude that can't stay healthy? And the bad
Mark Jackson, though. Mark Jackson don't get enough credit for that.
And I love the fact that Klay said, like, he was like Mark Jackson. When you talk about him empowering us, like, he's gonna call you out. It felt like another player on the team. And he made us for young players to give us all of that confidence is what we needed. And we're not here in this place if it wasn't for Mark Jackson in the first. Like, I appreciate that. And most people will say that, right? And it's still baffling to me he doesn't have a job now, right? Like, but
that's terrible.
But at the same time, it's like I don't know why, right?
But Tom Thibodeau still has a job. I don't understand.
This is what I'm
Mark
saying.
Doesn't have a job. It's
but really just giving my flowers. First off to Klay for that interview and being completely honest, I absolutely loved it. But shout out to Steph Curry, man. Like, to be who you are and do what you do and be able to lead a team in the way you in the fashion that you have when the fan base didn't want. You know what? You know how I feel about Steph Curry? This will be funny. You may understand. Have you played my career this year for 23?
Yeah.
That's how Steph came into the league. What are we trading Monte for?
We want Shep.
Steph Curry. And he came out and he was like, watch me do what I do.
Bring Shep in. I think for me, it wasn't the championship year last year. It was the year before that when they didn't have anything, and he put them on his back.
Yeah,
and he was still dominant. He was still himself, and he
even
told you when they
were in the process.
Yeah, he even told you when they were struggling, like, "Yo, when we're healthy, y'all don't want to see us." And he guaranteed it. Like,
I love it.
That was it. That was it. I ain't gonna wear
as a leader. I love the fact that anybody could come to his team. Like when KD went to the Warriors, it was still Steph Curry's,
because he knows that. Like, to have that humility and confidence in yourself to be like, I know I'm the most important piece to this team, but KD, go do your thing. You know what I mean? Like, to have that's too dope, bro. And I think it's a fan of
KD backlash.
I'm sick of it. I'm sick of them winning. I feel like the AFC when Tom Brady was in New England. Like,
Tom Brady needs to go home to his wife.
Right? Oh, definitely needs to go home now. But when he was in the AFC, the rest of the AFC was like, bro, for real, dog. This is how Steph is doing with the Western Conference. It's like, man, y'all still here?
I still don't understand the KD backlash going to Golden State though. Like, if you got
no. I
mean, I just have to say this: you have an opportunity to work for your favorite company, and just go in there, you're gonna do it. It just doesn't. But you know, all right, it's cool.
We'll save it for
getting a backlash.
We'll save it for another episode. That will be a topic next week.
Because he deserves all the backlash that LeBron gets.
Oh, big fan.
What?
Yes.
For what?
So,
did you see their game when
we get crazy? See, just back on up, relax, boo. We here.
He don't deserve that backlash to Golden State.
Yes, he did. He went to Golden State to get a ring. That's exactly what he did. Own up to it. It's okay. You went to Golden State to get a ring. So when LeBron did it, it was a problem. No, see, this is why this episode is not.
If I got the chance to go and chill with some cool people, you know what I'm saying? They got the good green. They got
so why was it an issue for LeBron to do it?
Cool people.
They got the good green out there. You know what I'm saying? You on the bay.
No.
You chilling. You kicking it.
Even though they're sucking right now, I'm still going to defend my guys' honor.
I'm just not. I can't. Okay. No. And the reason why it's different for LeBron is because LeBron switched up every year.
That's trash, as you would say.
Take your analogy. Let me just take your analogy. To go chill with the cool kids. I'm cool with that, right? But the problem is the cool kids jumped him, and then he said, "Hey man, I come kick it with y'all." Right. It wasn't like, "Let me go kick it with the cool kids." He got done up and was like, "You know what? I need to just go with them."
I know.
So he deserves some of the backlash. Let's be real.
I know from cousins who are in I ain't gonna say the names, who are in major gangs. Yes. Who are in major gangs. You got to get jumped in, fam. You know what I'm saying?
Boom. I'm not doing it.
Listen, when I came on 494, y'all winning me expeditiously on a consistent basis. Y'all jumped me in. That's how it happens.
We definitely jumped in.
We definitely jumped you in, but you
blood in, blood out.
But you love all this though.
It's a big fact.
I'm not even gonna touch what C said. I'm gonna leave
that alone. I figured
because people gonna be in my comments and my mentions, and I'm not even for that right now. And if I respond,
let's move on.
What I'm saying is,
next topic.
It happens.
All right, last topic, man. Let's get into it and get out of here. This is
me, bro. I watch Hallmark all day. I'm peaceful.
See, I'm gonna let you lead this one because I think seeing this happen is kind of like seeing not Nick Nurse, But oh my gosh, who left Toronto and got he left Toronto. They were number 1 in the Eastern Conference, but he kept getting
Dwayne Casey.
Dwayne Casey.
Mm-hmm.
Before he went, I feel like this is what Coach Miller looks like when he's leaving Connecticut after a finals run they did. They just felt like they needed a change, right? Even in the success, they needed a change. He is the new coach of the Los Angeles Sparks. I'm interested to see how it's going to turn out. But what is the biggest thing for you that coach can bring to that? We'll end with this segment and get out of here.
Winning.
I like that.
LA needs a coach who knows how to win, who has that fight, the grit inside him to win. You know, he took, like you said, a franchise to playoff run, a finals run last year, went to the semifinals. Was it? I believe so. He coaches with a lot of confidence. And like he said, he was a assistant coach for them back in 2015. So he said, LA holds a special place in my heart. And if I had a chance to be a head coach, I would. And I love it. I like it.
They got solid pieces.
January, Kennedy Carter, Lexi Brown, the twin sisters. I can't say their name, and I don't want to mess their name up. Yes.
They're solid.
Who else is over there?
I watch Lexi Brown play anytime. I love you, Jada. I thought you were
walking out of pocket.
I thought you were walking soon.
So I think
everywhere.
that they need to get the confidence back in LA.
Because you have the pieces.
Fit. Yeah.
Right. Because you have the pieces to do something. I don't know. What'd you say?
Can they bring Taya Cooper back?
Yes. Woo. Come on, babe. Come right back. Sorry, Kalia, my other babe.
Get it together, see.
What? Everybody knows how when she was with Dwight, I was pissed. Now she's with Kamara. Hey,
she's still with Alvin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So I think they can be solid this year. I think you have the pieces to do it, and the coaching mindset. I think Coach Miller is going to definitely bring a mindset to that. We saw it in Connecticut. We saw the hard nose, what they did throughout the season, even to fight to get there with all the injuries. The mindset and the resiliency of that team is what Los Angeles needs. So I'm excited to see that. You know what I mean?
I wonder what's going to happen with squad.
Connecticut got mad issues to be going in with having no GM, no head coach. You gotta re-sign Brianna because you don't know if I feel like she may leave and go to the Spark.
Everyone says, who's Kurt gonna take with him?
Which would be
they said take JJ or AT with him.
What if Bliss came back? That means something?
To who? For LA?
To the Sparks. And she goes, I want to play for Kurt.
If who comes back?
Liz.
Man, stop it. Stop it.
I just had
if the possibility came back that Liz came back and she said she wanted to play for Kurt Miller ain't taking none of that stuff.
Wasn't he USA coach?
But I feel like
the USA coach.
That's not gonna happen.
But doesn't that this and just hear me out. Doesn't that kind of what that's what Liz needs. I think Liz would have appreciated Becky.
I think Liz needs time off.
And she's got it.
No,
you mean like extended time?
Yeah, Liz needs extended. She's an amazing player, but she has to fully get her mind right. She gets so much money.
I don't think it's about getting her mind right. I think it's about taking accountability for what you do. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's what Kurt does.
For even in the situation that happened overseas.
Yeah,
they said something to me. Granted, they may have said something to you, but what did you say to them? You get what I'm saying? So it's like you have to be accountable for what you do as well.
That's real.
You can't always pivot the blame for somebody else.
Yeah, that's real. I got you. Well, look, man, it has been absolutely good as always here on the 494. Intro coming back soon. I absolutely love that part of it, that we get to do it at the beginning and the end, but I wouldn't want to do this thing with anybody else. So I'm excited just the opportunity to get to talk basketball and talk with family, people I love, and people I sometimes want to hit in the mouth. So I appreciate that.
But you can't fight though.
Yeah, you're a liar. And I want to see it and I love it. I'm excited, man. So keep tapping in. Episode 46. We're on our way to episode 50. And I am so excited. I think we're gonna do something real crazy for episode 50. So keep watching out for that. We're talking through it, but it's gonna be big. I'm I don't know. I'm working on something. I don't want to say. I'm one of those people like I want to make it happen before I let it out to everybody else.
Let me work.
You know what I mean? So, but I think episode 50 could be something, and we're gonna try to make it something.
I feel like episode 50, we should have all the female basketball fans on. They get to talk to me and ask me questions.
All right, man. So I appreciate your rhetoric.
We can play for we can play for the love of Wilders, right? And then the winner, I'd be like, hey, boo, you got love for Wilders, and then I'm handing him a basketball and a cup of Kool-Aid, and that's how
I'm gonna be the judge because I need to make sure they know how to cook.
Don't you got oxtail dinners and stuff coming your way? I'm trying to understand. All right, I'm just making sure. All right, God bless. So look, I am so.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
So
we snitching?
What you mean?
That's the homie, dog.
I thought we were saying
that's the homie.
I don't know what we're talking about. I like oxtails. I like oxtails. So this is what I'm saying.
I'm sure Jada can
94. Look, tap in with us, my boy.
Hey, yo, listen. Hold on. Pause. So wait a minute. Ladies and gentlemen, understand this, okay? My skin is luxurious, all right? My credit score is raising up. You know what I'm saying? I got friends that feed me. You know what I'm saying? I'm fluffy. C constantly sending me food pics, and C ain't bringing no food down here.
Big
okay, facts. And for y'all keep asking, no, nothing is happening with me and C. She just harasses me on a weekly basis. If you want to shoot your shot at C, okay, you need to hit her up in her inbox at Sports.
Don't shoot your shot with me. It
ain't
nothing. I'm good.
Okay,
I'm straight.
Right? I'm good.
I'm straight.
I have a friend as a chef.
You're not actually, but whatever.
Who cooks?
I'm not straight, but
keep going.
I'm straight.
I'm just saying, look, it is what it is. Look,
wow. I'm mad you just suck. I'm mad you just sucked all the dogs on me. Like that's messed up.
Hey, keep tapping in, man.
He did that, not me.
You made my octave go up high.
What's up, man? My boy Will.
You made my octave go high. I ain't got no girlfriend, no wife yet. I'm trying to sing Babyface to somebody's
I'm in the same boat as you. I'm just not singing Babyface though.
You'll see. You be thirst trapping every day on IG. Sometimes I'm forgetting who you are, so I'm not even trying to hear that. See, if you
I'm sorry that I look good, okay?
We're not trying to hear that, see? We're not trying to hear that, okay? And stop posting your food pics.
I don't post my food pics. I just sent them to you.
I don't care nothing about your food pics, see? I'll be hungry.
Fact.
You know what I'm saying? And the whole MTMV team.
I'm the team got it to try the food.
And the whole MTMV crew got a food, bro.
Okay, Frontier got $30 flight.
Crispies. Okay. Where you been, Chris?
Crispy came out of nowhere, man. Hey, look, man, Grateful Crispy coming at the end. Look,
listen. If
we love y'all.
I got a 401k, and she can cheat when she wants to. Just feed me.
Oh my God!
Look at Sean. Hey, Sean Wilkin, they coming for you, bro. You don't see like that, my boy,
bro.
Look, man, y'all be safe, man.
This is why I don't do this. Yo,
peace and love. Keep coming. Keep tapping in with us, man. I love it. We got a lot more. You're not even
telling them that it's not true. You just gonna let this go on for another
week. She's laughing. She's enjoying it.
That's
what it is. Y'all be safe, man. Hey, look, 494.
Hey, yo, hit us Sports Talk with C on IG, on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? If you want to talk to her, you know what I'm saying? Sierra's a wonderful person.
Big facts. Love sis. Love sis. Hey, look, I am Miles Austin.
65% of the time.
That's Sports Talk with C and Misty Tedefero. And look, check us all out, man. IG, Twitter, we talk back, man. For real, for real.
They interfere in Philly.
In Philly, my boy. Hey, love y'all, man. Y'all hold it down. 494.
Y'all got a pocket. I quit. I ain't coming back next week.